Hello, it's Florian, and in this video I'm going to talk about coffee, or the absence of coffee. So I've not been drinking coffee for 1.5 years now, and I made a video I will link below in the description where I talk about what happened after a few weeks. But now after 1.5 years I noticed much more things. So one thing that really stayed is that my sleep rhythm is much better, so I go to bed at the same time, I wake up at the same time. Throughout the day I'm awake, I'm not tired. I'm not feeling tired when I wake up. I'm much more able to concentrate on one thing for a longer time. So it had only good effects on me not drinking coffee or any caffeine. The only thing I did is eating chocolate sometimes, but that also has a bit of caffeine. But that was basically it throughout the last 1.5 years. But other things I noticed are especially how other people drink coffee. It was very interesting because I never looked at that before. And when you see what others do, it's crazy. So some people drink 5 coffees before they have lunch. So they or drink 3 for breakfast and then 2 until 12 o'clock, and that seems to be a lot. And when you look at people, they are starving for coffee sometimes. So you see if you have a meeting, you see they get really tired, and you see that they get nervous a bit, and then they have a coffee. So they are addicted. So you see this addiction. I also had it, of course, myself, but you don't recognize it because it's so normal. So you look into the world and you see things that are not normal, but since everyone is doing them, it seems to be normal. And that is a strange thing. It's something that I found really strange when I first noticed it. So how many people are actually really addicted without recognizing? I guess the problem is not being addicted to something, but not recognizing it. And the interesting thing is, once they recognize it, it becomes painful. So I on the last video, I had a lot of comments from people who either wanted to get away from coffee or got away from coffee. And they found it painful. So they found it very painful to be on coffee, and they also saw the negative effects it had on their lives. And had really trouble getting away from it, or didn't manage to get away from it at all. It is a very potent drug, caffeine. So it's not hurting you from a physical standpoint. It's just reducing the quality of life for you. So what I did in the last, I guess, months, I ordered some cereals, and I'm telling you that because these cereals came with some candy bars and some fruit bars and protein bars for free. They just put it in the package for you to, I don't know, tell you you're a great customer or something like that. And one of these bars was actually this one. I will show it here. I hope you can read it. It's a protein bar. It's in German. And it says that it has real coffee in it. And I thought, yeah, it's for free. What can happen? What can happen to me if I eat this candy bar or this protein bar? And interestingly, a lot can happen. So since I didn't have any caffeine for a very long time, I had this on Saturday morning. And I never had that much energy or felt that much energy in my life before, or maybe in the last year before. So I had this protein thing with caffeine in it, and I was able to work out longer. Then I went to the garden and cut all the trees. Then I cleaned up the basement. Then I did the laundry. I was working like hell, and I couldn't even sit down. It was like someone gave me drugs or something like that. It was very interesting. So if you don't drink any coffee for some time, or just very low amounts of caffeine due to eating chocolate or stuff like that, and then you suddenly have caffeine. I don't know how much caffeine was in this candy protein bar, but it is mind-blowing how potent caffeine actually is if you drink it or have it for the first time. So what I'm doing now, because I found it great, it is very great, I must say. So honestly, if you have coffee, it just makes you tired and you need coffee to wake up. But if you don't have coffee, it gives you an energy push that you never or rarely have actually. So what I did now, I bought a pack of these protein bars, and once a week, usually Saturday morning, I have one. And I do that with protein bars and not with coffee because it's easier for me to control how much of this I eat, and it always has the same amount of coffee in it. So I'm doing that now, so I'm not completely off caffeine anymore. Maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, I have one of these bars, and it's great. It is very great. So I can tell you how cool that is if you don't drink coffee and then have coffee once in a while. But you really need to stick to once in a while, because otherwise you will get addicted again, and then it doesn't help anymore. And I actually saw someone who did research on drugs like LSD and ecstasy and stuff like that, and he also quit drinking coffee. And he does the same thing that I'm doing. So I was very surprised. So he also quit coffee and did the cold turkey like I did. And then he started drinking coffee 1 cup every Saturday. So basically the same. And he also says on Saturdays he's energetic like never before. So if you stop drinking coffee, to comprehend it, it is a great thing for your life. It makes it much easier. For me, at least, it makes it much easier. It doesn't give you the pain of needing to find more caffeine and getting tired and awake again and messing your sleep rhythm and so on. That is great, but it's even greater if you stick to low doses of caffeine once in a while, because it is the only free drug that doesn't do a lot with your mind, with your body, with whatever that you can get, and it is very potent. It is extremely potent. So what can you learn from me? Stop drinking coffee. That is something that everyone should try who thinks he's doing too much of this stuff. And if you stopped it for a little while, start with a small dose once in a while and keep to that. I guess that is something I will do going on. And it's great. So if you have thoughts about that, leave comments in the comments. If you like this video, subscribe or like it. And have a great day. Goodbye.